So give me the case book study we're going to do today. What are we going to be?
Today we're an aircraft manufacturer, and we're working with an engine manufacturing company to put together a new aircraft. And so we need to collaborate on that. Also, we're going to have some part suppliers involved. So to do that, John, if you'll join me over here, we're going to start by taking a look. This is a first look at our new enterprise collaboration platform. Now,
so what is an enterprise collaboration platform?
Well, enterprise collaboration platform is
other than the CEO said, please go build one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a social networking for business.
Okay.
All right. And so we're
So
going to
it adds discipline and structure to it, and how we think about directories, how we think about interfacing within these communities of interest within the company, or collaboration groups, as I like to call them.
It really enables this strategy and allows us to work on many more projects, more priorities, and move very quickly.
Okay. So that's one of the announcements we're making today.
That's right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to search in the directory here on ECP, and I'm going to search for the RJ1600 engine and mounting systems. And if I click on submit, you'll see that I'm now getting search results based on the people over here on the right that are experts on this particular topic.
So we could bring this together with a community of interest that already exists, or actually create one on the fly based on either who we tag as being the experts or who tag themselves as being the experts.
That's right, exactly. And then we also see the communities over here and the information topics. Now, this is very tightly integrated with our real-time communication and collaboration capabilities. You know, we're seeing an evolution from text and document sharing more towards visual collaboration and video, and also unified communication. So, for example,
so you're really combining voice and video on top of the data that existed before, where we'll probably look back, and my own view is it'll be largely video based as we go forward, but it's all integrated together that gives you the power.
Right. Exactly.
Including translating the voice perhaps as we go and tagging it and pushing it to communities of interest.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Now, you can see here I'm mousing over Hiroko here, and I see that he's an expert on the RJ1600 and mounting systems. If I want to click to dial, I can just go ahead and click. Now, this will work with our soft phones. It will also work with our hardware phones. So I'm going to go ahead and end this call here.
Any device, data, voice, video, over any combination of networks to anyone.
That's right.
Okay.
So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and let's take a look at a community space. So I'm going to click on the engine attachment community.
So this is the group that's making this work for us, being the jet aircraft.
That's right.
I mean, the plane manufacturer.
That's right. So we're looking at a community space here, and I can see the community activity here. I see the community contacts. I see also related communities. But you'll see video is very central in here. And if I click on most viewed or most highly rated, I'm now getting the most highly rated videos based on the community's perspective.
So if you were a salesperson, you might have a video that relates to your ability to make a sale to a manufacturing company. If you're an engineer, you're going to relate to, does this really have the substance behind it to be of value to me in my engineering job?
That's right. So depending on which community you're in, you're going to see that most popular video.
Okay.
Now, these videos could be recorded in the studio. They could be a telepresence session. They could be recorded with one of the flip cams, for example.
Yes.
But we're going to show you how one of the underlying capabilities that we have back in the network called MediaNet actually allows us to search into videos. So, for example, if I do a search
So you think of MediaNet as kind of the software and the architecture that brings this to life with video.
That's right.
It's kind of the fabric that ties it all together.
And maybe we're trying to solve a problem around attaching the engine, and we need to know about corrosion-resistant coatings. So what I can do here is go ahead and search. And this is now bringing video hits back that allow us to see in the video where people were talking about corrosion resistance.
So basically, we transcribe the voice in this, match it to the video approach, and so I can look up my personal entertainment or otherwise across the videos, figure out where it was done, and balance it.
And it becomes searchable. Now, also, one of the differences between a public social network and a business social network is policy. So here's a confidential portion of the video that's only available to community members. Unless I log in, I can't actually see that piece of the video.
And this is where you've got to begin to really build policy, management, security in from the beginning. It's difficult to do it as an afterthought, isn't it?
Exactly.
Okay.
So if I want to go ahead and play that portion of the video.
Bill, we use X-ray diffraction and a scanning electron microscope to test the corrosion resistance of plasma and various chemical coatings. The plasma coatings perform the best in our accelerated corrosion test.
So we can see that in that meeting where they were talking about this, they've solved a problem.
So our team has solved the problem on the bolts, on what type of cover you've got to put
That's
on the
right.
bolts to get the resistance up.
But because I can search into that video,
Okay.
that information is now savable and is usable and accessible by anyone in the company.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say that we've decided, based on that we want to go ahead and post a video to the team that's working on the engine mounting. So, John, I've got a couple of bolts here.
Yep.
And I'd like you to
Okay.
make just a short, about a 4-second video here on corrosion resistance. And so I've got my flip camera, one button to turn it on, and then one button to record. And if you could just tell the team that the plasma coating is the best process.
Yeah, this is John, and this message is going out to the engineering team working on the coating for the bolts that we were struggling with for the new engines. This is now working. You'll be receiving an update by video. Congratulations. Well done.
Okay, and I'll hit one button to go ahead and stop that.
Mm-hmm.
And now what I'm going to do is
This is the new 2-hour version.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. The
bigger
newest slip.
screen. Boy, I love that.
So I'm going to show you how we can upload this content to the community. I see you've got one too.
Yeah, I got
That's
one
good.
too.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plug my camera in here. We'll wait for that to connect.
Yep.
And then I'll click on OK. And now the network is analyzing that video so that it can now provide searchable transcript. And I'm going to go ahead and then post it to the
So this
engine
goes
attachment
back
community.
to moving from a period of searching for content to content finding you.
That's right.
Based on your communities of interest.
That's
I
right.
got it.
Then if we wanted to play that video,
Okay. And this message is going out to the engineering team working on the coating for the bolts that we were struggling with for the new engines.
so you can see how easy that is, even easier than creating an email just to record a quick flip video and post it to the community
So
space.
that was kind of cute, and it was very focused on a transaction. What you'll see is engineering teams working together with virtual whiteboards with the capability to combine telepresence and flip and other types of video to solve problems at speed on a global basis as though you're in one room.
Absolutely.
So take us to the next step.
All right, John.
We're going to go beyond just us
Well,
communicating on a transaction.
You know, communities will really replace mailing lists. If you think about it, I belong to the people that work in Building 8. I belong to the people that work in San Jose. I belong to the managers. These are all mailing lists I belong
Yes.
to. They will become communities that I belong to. So one of the things that the Enterprise Collaboration Platform does is provides a heads-up view.
So it's both a Facebook type of capability of what interest each of us have, but also
That's right.
the capability to bring it down directory-wise to our company directory based
That's
upon
right.
the functional groups
That's right.
or others.
And so this is the My View page that allows me then to have an aggregator. And what's most important here, if you'll notice, is this feed area.
Yes.
I'm getting activities and feeds similar to Facebook, where all of the communities that I belong to, all of the people that I subscribe to, that feeds into this area. Now, what I want to show you
So
on
it's
this
like
page,
a virtual discussion forum going on the
That's right.
topics that I want. We can jump in or out of whatever we
That's
want
right.
to add to it.
and it's configurable by the user also.
Mm-hmm.
What we're looking at here is a calendar widget that, based on the time of day, it knows my next meeting that's up here. I can see the people, so this is tying into the profiles.
Yep.
So I can see the people that are in the meeting or scheduled to be in the meeting that I'm in. I can see documents that are going to be shared during that meeting, and I even have one click to start the meeting.
So basically what Tony will be talking about later is the ability to do this both intercompany, but to do it across company and to do it to other industry peers
Exactly.
in terms of interface.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm going to just click here to join the telepresence. We have a telepresence system with us here on the back wall.